Welcome back to the CI/CD training using GitHub Actions. In this video, we'll learn about exit code, how to exit code. Let's learn by doing. Let's consider, as you can see on the right of my screen, you have my terminal. On the left, you have the browser. So I will keep this structure in all my videos. So let's say, okay, you were checking a non-existent file. As you can see, there is an error message that there is no such file. But you should be aware that there is an exit code associated to this failure. And this in bash, in shell mode, there is an environment variable that you can use to print the exit code. The exit code is just a code returned to a process by an executable. Let's try this Dora question mark. What you can see, there is two as exit code. But okay, what about when there is no fail? Let's try out this. Okay, let's just print empty string. Okay, then let's check the associated exit code. You can see now this is 0. This also may happen when you mistype something. Let's say, okay, I wanted to write git status, but instead maybe I put an extra s. You can see that there is an error message that this status with extra s, it's not a git command. There's a proposition here. Okay. Now let's check first the exit code. Now you can see is 1. So what we can learn from this is if there is failure, you will also have something different from 0. Maybe you think the exit code is about failure and success. Probably should be a Boolean, but it's not the case, as we saw in those examples. It's just that 0 means there was no error, and non-zero, it can be 1 or 2, as we saw previously. It means there was an error, and what matters in that case is just there is an error or there wasn't. But now let's look a bit. What about Python? So we know that in shell we can use this variable to print the exit code. And what about Python? So there is an example given here. So what we can do, so there are, okay, first of all, there are different ways of doing that. This depends on the library you prefer to use. But in this example, so I will use the get status output call. And let's go ahead and open the Python interpreter. As you can see, okay, let's type from sub process import get status output. So maybe you've noticed that there is, I'm using Python 3. So if you don't have Python 3, I have this line that you can use to get this get status output call. Okay, let's now collect status and output. Okay, and then call get status output. We want the ls. Okay, now we can check the status to display the exit code, which is 0, as we expect this to succeed. And now let's now put the ls, the non-existent file, which we know will fail. Let's now check the status again. You can see it's non-zero. So now you know using the get status output call how to display exit code in. And also you can take a think of get status output. You still have the output here. What was the error message? It may happen depending different scenario. It may happen that you have a different number from what we have before. Don't worry. What matters is that the exit code is non-zero. This is because Python also have some internal implementation regarding the exit code. Now let's move to another section and see how we can set ourselves exit code. Okay, we will do that in Shell and also for Python. Let's exit first Python and then create a file named bash exit. Okay, let's open this file. So feel free to use your preferred editor. And then you can also copy paste as you want. Okay, let's just add user bin environment and bash. Okay, let's put if condition. So if the argument equal hello, then exit. So we set the exit to be 0, else we want the exit to be 59, and that's end. Okay. So let's make this executable by using the chmod command and bash exit. Okay, we now execute. Let's put hello. We have hello, and let's see the exit. And now we print the exit code, which is 0. Okay, now let's try to put something else like goodbye and echo this. Now you see it returns the exit code 59 that we set in our bash script. Okay, now what about in Python? Let's go ahead and then create this Python script. Exit, create, and then open Python. Okay, let's user bin for Python. Okay, we import sys, then we ask if the first argument equal hello, then we can set the exit code to be 0, else we want exit to be 50. And as you can see, this is an equivalent script to the bash. Okay, now we can go ahead and make it executable again. Let's try to run the Python script with hello. Okay, let's check the exit code, which is 0. What about something else? Python exit code, let's put goodbye. Okay. Oh, we have 59 as expected. So imagine now there is a case where you have an error message and you don't want this. You can ignore the exit code. This maybe some of you have faced this kind of situation where you are trying to source some bash script and for some assumptions that you don't find the file, but doesn't break the code, maybe the compilation, something else. But this is, it's okay in your terminal, but in CI context, this is important because they once there's an exit code failure, then your CI will automatically stop running. There's here an example, so feel free to copy paste, or you can write down, but make sure you write it properly. We have a return. Great, okay. Let's say echo. What you see is non-zero. It means there was an error. So now you can do the following and then say if this means, okay, if you have this kind of syntax, it's like you execute command 2 only if command 1 has failed. In our case, we already know that this failed. Now maybe we'll do the following. In case it failed, just do something else, like echo ignore fail. Okay, we can check echo. Now you see the exit code is 0. Sorry. And okay, now we've learned that you can set how to display. You learned how to display the exit code and how to set them, but it's not recommend to hack the exit code like we did. This was just an example to show you and to give you an insight of how you can do this and to know that this option exists. But if you ever run into this situation, make sure how to deal with that. And that's all for this lesson. See you in the next one.